Welcome to the Family Book Club podcast with Elizabeth Samsetti.
A while ago, not so long ago, when a young man makes up his mind to get married after he has found the person he has decided to spend the rest of his life with, brings her to his parents to introduce. That's all he needs to do. And the parents do a quick pre-marriage background check. I remember even while I was growing up, when they would say, people will come asking, some strangers, some strange faces will come to the village and ask for a particular family. And later we will get to know that that was the mother of a certain young man that wants to marry a girl from the village. They came to do a background check. This was the duty of the parents. Then the parents always made sure that they protected the interest of their children to go to the villages to go to the villages where they intend to marry, because you will agree with me that marriage is a lifetime business. It's not what should be toyed with. It's not what should be joked with. So this is the role that parents play. My point exactly does that still happen now? Do parents still take out time to go out there to run these background checks on the people that their children, their sons, even their daughters? And it's not only on the side of the young man. Also, when a young lady comes to the parents and bring a young man and say, this is the dad, mom, this is the young man I want to spend the rest of my life with, same. It's vice versa. It could be the parents of the groom or parents of the bride that go that far to the location, to the villages, probably another state, another village, community, and make a quick check. These checks are very necessary because one of the reasons why we know how rampant it is today, divorce here and there. One of the reasons, the causes of divorce today, in the society we live in, is as a result of lack of these checks. Parents get too busy nowadays. Yes, you bring it, they want to know, what does he do? Where does he work? Can he take care of you? They just look at the monetary aspect, and once the guy is okay, works in a good place, they feel he's earning well. Or who are your parents? What do they do? They feel financially their daughter is secured, and it ends there. They just go ahead and release their daughter in marriage. I think that's not good enough. Vice versa, same. The young man brings a wife, also a young lady, to the parents, and same thing, and say, this is who are you? Who are your parents? What state are you from? What tribe are you from? What do you do? And all that. It should go beyond just checking. These background checks are very important and very necessary, because there are some tribes that have some kind of traditions that is strange to another part of the world. You agree that we in Nigeria, we have over multiple tribes and traditions in Nigeria, okay? And it's not all. We cannot by any means know every tradition of every tribe, the tradition of every tribe. So it is very important that also for the couples, for those, the young man and the young lady that are about to get married, even as you're listening to me right now, once you get to that stage in your relationship where you are thinking of going to the next level as in you are beginning to think that you are thinking you want to spend the rest of your life together, it is very important that you begin to ask questions. Ask the man questions. Ask them about where they are from, their communities, how he grew up, what they do, what are your traditions, what are your culture, how are they done, how are they carried out. Because then there are some families that have some mental challenges, mental issues that are hereditary. By the time this couple get married and they start having children, and their children start falling ill, having illnesses or diseases in one way or the other, and they eventually discover that it's what is hereditary, and it becomes late. All right. There are some that have sickle cell in the family. One other thing one other check that is very important for couples about to marry couples to check is their genotype, so that you will not go bringing in children that will begin to suffer sickle cell anemia. and you agree that it's a terrible thing to experience. I don't think anybody should undergo the pain seeing their child ill, sick for years, with down with sickle cell anemia. It's so painful. You feel so sorry for the child that even you as a parent, you will even begin to have regrets on why you have to bring in such a child into the world that begins that will be suffering so much trauma, so much pain. All right, there's a friend of mine that was telling me about a story, actually, that was why I came about with this topic. She was telling me that she knows of a lady in her community, a young lady actually, that got married, and the husband passed away young. A young lady, like I said, they were able to have just a daughter, and the young lady came to the village after the burial was carried out, and the mother-in-law, that's the late husband's mother, was telling her, trying to convince her to please come back and stay to sleep with one of the male, one of the late husband's uncles, so that they can keep their family inheritance. I said, what? Yes, she said, yes, it happened. And these are some of the things that happened. And obviously, that young lady had no idea of such culture and tradition when she was getting married to that young man. And now the young man passed away, and here she is. She was never told. Probably she never asked questions. The parents never did any background check. Peradventure they did. They will have found this out. And it is very important that for the youngsters, okay, the young people that are about to get married, if peradventure you have parents that carry out such these background checks, just such as we are talking about right now, please yield to their hearing. Listen to them. It is better you walk away even before you go into the marriage. It is better you suffer that pain than going into the marriage and begin to suffer so much. The girl, according to my friend, the girl went through so much. She was caged. Her daughter was taken away from her, that if they let her, she would carry the daughter and run away. And since they have already told her to do this, she will never come back to the community. So her daughter was taken away. They wanted to force her. They were mandating her to do it, so that they will, because that was the son, the husband, the late husband was the last male of the family. The father-in-law had earlier passed away, so the interest was their family inheritance. Such things, it's unacceptable. But unfortunately, it still happens. It happens, and there are some culture and tradition where this is still happening. Then there are others where after the death of the husband, they tell to drink water, the water that they had used to bathe the body of the late husband. I mean, other times they even accuse them of being the ones. They even tag them as witches, because they feel why should the husband have died? And so much has been happening. So to prevent all of these issues from happening, parents, please, let's not get too busy to do a pre-marriage background check for our children before they get married. Because by the time these children get married and they are facing such challenges, as a parent, you will not fold your hands and just be looking. You will not be at rest. You will not be at peace. You will also feel the pain, and you begin to have regrets. At that point in time, what will be going through the mind of your children that found themselves in this condition, and even you as a parent, is, oh, if I had known, I wouldn't have allowed her, or I wouldn't have allowed him, most especially her, because it is it happens majorly to the wives, okay? Because the tradition of the man is what is mandated, what they mandate the wife to carry out. Definitely, it is not from the lady's tradition. All right, let's not get too busy to getting all of these checks done. I remember when we are not let me leave that one. Let me add that to another topic. Let me not deviate. Okay, so please, let's learn to take this part of life, because it is very vital, it is very serious when our children are about to get married, for us to carry out these checks. Until I come your way again in my next episode, my name is Elizabeth Samsedi.